Hello, welcome or welcome back to my channel where I talk about all things planning, journaling and stationaries. Today we have Hobonichi Planner in front of me, the A6 size English version planner that I purchased back in July. So as you may remember that I started the year strong with a Hobonichi cousin. The intention was to consolidate everything in one place in terms of memory keeping and life logging. But the size of A5 every day has completely overwhelmed me, and I dropped the daily pages at early stage, I think somewhere around May. And then I missed doing the daily pages. I was trying to do some sort of daily pages in here and there, but it didn't quite work. So in the end, I decided to get the smaller size, hoping that I could make it happen. So yes, it's me. So I did go back and look at all the previous pages from Cousin, and if I were able to pick some of the ephemera, I have transferred everything, and I've been like working step by step. I mean, I didn't have strong intention to copy everything, but I did kind of manage when I feel like, just being a bit creative, or when I feel like I want to do some writing without thinking too much, just copy pasting from the previous book and downsizing the writing was quite a fun way to go back and see how my first half of the year has been. So that was the project I was doing in mainly around summer, and sometimes I got bored, sometimes I got excited, so there will be some ups and downs, but now the information are quite filled up all the way up to where I used to do the cousin, so somewhere until May. And then May, June, that's when I didn't have cousins, so I just printed bunch of pictures from my phone, and then I basically just call it a day. I mean, yes, of course, if I see the picture, I can write something about it. I might do something like that when I do feel like it in the coming weeks. But this is also fine for me. I mean, yeah, they are nice capsules of my life here and there. Oh yeah, graduation day, I do want to write a little bit about it, but otherwise it's been simple, but I'm okay with how it's looking like. And then I think somewhere in July, I got toward the end of July, I got this notebook, this planner. So then I started resuming doing a daily pages on a, kind of daily basis. So that was exciting, something that I did at that time. But my realization was when August started, my work got a bit busy and schedule became unpredictable. I also realized maybe the problem wasn't the size of the page, but doing it on a daily basis is the challenge that I'm facing at the moment. So then toward the end of August, I think, some empty pages started to come up. And then early September, I said, I did my best. I feel like Hobonichi 1 page a day is not really for me. So I have dropped everything in September. And I was a bit feeling guilty because I purchased it in July. And so it means I only used it for July, August. And then I'm like, saying I'm giving up. So I did feel bad about it. But then at that time, I was experimenting with Filofax journaling, which was also very fun. So then I was kind of slowly adjusting myself from doing daily pages to undated, just a page where I can write as much or as less I want. So that has been there for the September. However, I mean, of course, in the midst of September, it's all the Hobonichi season. All the lineups has been there, and then I started seeing people already purchasing the next year's planner. So yes, I was tempted to come back, but then this 1 page a day overwhelm was still there. So for the month of September, I didn't do anything aside from just printing pictures and putting it there when I did for my mega, but otherwise it was simple. And then at some point, I saw someone posting about, if you count from September 23rd, there's 100 days left until the year end, which is exciting somehow, like 100 days to go. So then she was posting about some journaling prompt, 100 journaling prompts to discover yourself. So day by day, she was posting about one question that we could, explore. And I was like, oh, that's kind of interesting. So I actually decided to repurpose this book because this was sitting there just to use for a couple of months, and then, it was on the shelf. So I took it out again and I started doing the journaling. Of course, I was not doing on a daily basis, so I was just doing maybe 2 pages per day or just time to time when I feel like it. And then I started flipping through this notebook and I realized, oh, I quite like, I started it and I stopped, and that's also fine. So then I started this journaling style, repurposing the notebook, and it is a capsule of my 2025. So I thought, okay, it's a nice way to use up the remaining 100 days. So that's what I actually started doing it. But then again, I got busy and I started falling off, which I do want to resume. And then what happened is Hobonichi App came up. So if you're familiar, Hobonichi has been talking about the Hobonichi App since somewhere in the midst of the planner review situation. And luckily, I do live abroad, but I think my Apple ID is still based in Japan. I guess my setting is still Japan. So then I was able to download the Hobonichi app when they released in Japan. I was surprised. I tried and then it came. So I was like, oh, that's lucky. So this is what Hobonichi app looks like. This has Ho from Hobonichi Ho. And I've been using it since the launch day, meaning it's been like 10 days since I started, I guess. So this is how it looks like. So today we are still in the morning, so nothing is here in my timeline. This is the timeline, how it looks like, and you can just have a space where you can start writing. I did link my app to my health app so it can take my step count. And then let me just show you some of the pages. So this is how it's looking like when we see in the months. And yes, it is quite a heavy thing, so it does take some time. This is how my October looks like. And let me see if I take this one, let's say one of the Saturday. You get to pick one main picture to go into the monthly. That's also fun. I saw someone doing like their lunchbox picture. So every picture was like lunchbox. That's also pretty. Mine is a mix of my families and notebooks and just basically life. And then if I go into the, let's say this day, 4th of October. Oh no, this is just when I pick the pictures only. So it's not actually exciting. So you are actually able to go back to somewhere. Hold on. I'm still experimenting. Somewhere in end of August. You can actually go back from 26th of August and then put the pictures just to see how it looks like. So that was fun, something to go back and see. And the date where we started, okay, maybe I should pick this one because that was already launched, so I started using it. So we went out, so I picked my family picture as a main picture of the day, which I guess you can print it in the future using the function. But how it looks like, so it brings the health information on the top just after the today's pictures, and it shows how much food count you have done. Terrible for me. And then every time you come here and then check in and write something, it comes in a kind of, Twitter or Threads style. And then fun thing is, as you take pictures throughout the day, the app actually fetches the pictures even without doing anything by yourself. It just fetches the pictures. So the pictures comes in a time-to-time basis. And here we are. The challenge I noticed is, yes, I do take some pictures, or do take quite a lot of pictures, but then like most of them are like duplicate. That's how it is when you take a picture of kids, right? So like some are duplicate, or let's say if I take a quick screenshot of something and then I delete it, this is how it looks like. So it's like it's showing it's already deleted. It's like it's missing from the phone. So once you become a paid subscripted user, I had all the pictures going to the cloud. So no matter how you delete the main app, camera app side, the pictures will remain. But what happens, I just kept it like this. When it shows, it's already deleted, you actually need to delete this section, which I wish if they could do it automatically, because it's quite, ugly to have deleted things. So let me just delete them. I just kept it to show you guys. So then as you take pictures, they get to join here. Yep, this is already deleted. So you do have the nice mix of pictures and writing in the same space. Plus, it's Hobonichi, so there's always a today's quote, which is, yeah, it is extra something, but it's actually very, very tail end of the daily pages. So I don't really care. I don't really read, to be honest. And again, this is very Hobonichi, so there's an option of choosing the character that kind of talks you through, like in between the pictures, some character would come in and starts talking to you, which is very Hobonichi in my opinion, but I didn't quite like it. So I just wanted to make it as simple as possible. So I have, how do you say, not deleted, but I can choose whether I want to show or not show the mini AI based comments thing. So I took it out. So yeah, basically this is it. The next day, I chose this picture while I was at coffee shop doing my journaling. So it's here. My step count is here. All the writings that I did, all the pictures I took are here and there. And this is how it is. So then this started from 15th of October. And I was like, if I get used to just jotting down one or two things of the day in this app together with the picture, then it's actually very useful when I open my actual planner. So yes, as you saw, this is more of memory keeping app, not really for planning the future style. So this is like purely your notes, pictures, also screenshots, and you can also put some links. So if you see a nice, let's say YouTube video, you can put the link there to come back, or there's a lot you can do about it, but basically it's more for logging your life, very Hobonichi oriented, I guess, in my opinion. So then I started to refer to the app and started doing my daily pages again, just to see how it goes. So because I know I already have a picture, I actually kept the space out. So by the time, maybe once every month, when I print the pictures, they have a space to be here. And I'm still experimenting. Yeah, I haven't updated for a couple of days, but it is easy to keep up than, just trying to recall what I was doing looking at my planner, because this is more of like writing based. So I can just copy paste what I have tweeted there and then it's done. So yeah, here I am a bit of a, I wouldn't say confused, but I was already deciding that Hobonichi one page a day is not for me. I tried A5, it didn't work. I tried A6, it didn't quite work for me. So I thought, okay, I think I'm over with one page a day. But with the arrival of this app, and yes, if I do flip through what I have done, it is quite a nice capsule of my life. So I am quite tempted to go for another one next year, but that's going to be the very last decision I'm going to make in terms of my 2026 lineup. So we will see how it goes. But I must say, if I can stick with the app itself, then it is quite a fun way to capture. So that's also a possibility. So I know the app will come out for the global user in the coming months or so, I'm not sure. So yeah, hopefully I'm excited to see how everyone else's reaction is, and hopefully that helps us to write in a little bit more. So that's about it, and see you in the next video. Bye!